The first thing I did after being reborn, I grabbed my phone and waited for one specific news alert. If within 5 minutes the former Prime Minister of Country N was reported shot and killed, then the zombie outbreak that followed, that was real. Because in my last life, I didn't even last 5 days after the outbreak hit. So this time around, I was going to survive this apocalypse and build a fortress with my parents to do it. Last life, I held out until we ran completely out of food and supplies before I finally worked up the guts to go outside. And get this, I hadn't even made it 1 meter out the door before a zombie got me. What it felt like when the virus spread through my body. Like eating a pile of garbage. And I'm not exaggerating. The rotten, putrid stench coming up from my own throat, while I could still smell, was absolutely unbearable. Honestly, I'm fully convinced that everyone who got infected by the zombie virus was basically gagged to death by the smell, but somehow heaven took pity on me, and I got reborn. 1 full month before the outbreak, I pinched my thigh as hard as I could. It hurt. Check the time, 2:36 p.m. If this was real, within 5 minutes, Weibo would blow up with something like, former Prime Minister of Country N shot dead. The breaking political news sent shockwaves around the world. 5 minutes later, the trending topic exploded, just like I knew it would, which meant in 30 days, this global virus was going to hit right on schedule. I immediately called my parents, who were in another city, and told them to come home. They've always been open-minded and trusted me unconditionally since I was a kid, so honestly, it didn't take much convincing. They came right back. Day 29 of the apocalypse countdown. First priority, securing the place. Every window and door that could be smashed or blown open had to go, replaced with heavy-duty reinforced ones. We lived on the 24th floor, the top, with a bonus slanted rooftop loft attached. After graduation, I'd been doing voiceover work, freelance writing, and stacking up every red envelope I'd saved since childhood. That's how I bought this place. Never imagined it'd end up being our survival bunker after the outbreak. The complex is far from downtown, but the build quality is seriously solid. Reinforced concrete and steel frame, foundation built to withstand an 8 or 9 magnitude earthquake, no problem. And it's 1 unit per elevator, so you literally can't reach the 24th floor without a resident key card. No time to waste. My dad and I tracked down a door and window contractor, while my mom cleared out everything at home that was unnecessary, useless, or just eating up floor space. We also hired someone to install soundproofing pads throughout the whole apartment. Zombies have extremely sensitive hearing. Even up on the top floor, we weren't taking any chances. We went with the best glass available, bulletproof, fireproof, and soundproof. The outer layer alone was a full 5 centimeters thick with a vacuum layer in between, and another 5 centimeters of bulletproof glass on the inside. Every single window in the apartment got a one-way film. We could see out, nobody could see in. Then we paid triple the market rate to have solar panels installed on the roof. So when the power eventually went out, we'd still have enough to keep the essentials running. The front door got swapped for a bank-grade blast door. The installer told us the only way to get through it would be to hit it with a cannon, repeatedly. My mom naturally still wasn't satisfied. She had them add a second security door on the outside of that. And while all this was going on, we divided the open rooftop terrace into 2 sections. Half of it was used for a water storage tank, connected to a manually controlled pipe that ran along the exterior wall. That way, when it rained, water would flow directly into the tank. Once the tank was full, you could manually shut off the pipe. Since it was rainwater, we also picked up 3 water purifiers and purification tablets to make sure we'd have safe drinking water down the line. The other half of the terrace was set aside for a vegetable garden. As for load-bearing concerns, we weren't worried. We checked with the property management before doing any of this, all within acceptable limits. Plus, my dad's been in construction his whole career. He knows exactly where the load-bearing walls are and how the structure holds together. If it wasn't safe, he wouldn't have signed off on it. Just the door and window replacements, solar panels, soundproofing, water storage, and garden setup alone, all of that took 20 full days. And that was only because we paid extra to get people moving fast, T-minus 10 days. With the big structural stuff done, it was time to stock up on supplies. My parents and I split up and covered different ground. My dad hit multiple districts across the city buying drinking water and air purifiers. Bottled water looks completely normal on its own, but buying way too much in the same area would definitely raise eyebrows and start rumors. When things are still calm, no big deal. But once everything falls apart and supplies, water, and medicine are scarce, having too much becomes a target on your back. So before we headed out, I made sure to brief my parents. Whatever you buy, have it all delivered to the warehouse next to Mom's hospital. If anyone asks, just say it's for charity, a fundraiser, an event, something like that. Relax, your mom and I have been navigating the real world long enough. Don't worry about us saying the wrong thing. My mom was a nurse, so sourcing medications, protective gear, and masks was her department. Lucky she was a nurse. She had the right connections to actually pull it off. Without that, even spreading purchases across different districts wouldn't have gotten us far. Ever since COVID a couple years back, buying meds and masks in bulk had gotten seriously regulated. As for me, I went to hit up every major supermarket I could find. We only had 1 SUV, and my parents took it. So when I walked out that door, the very first thing I did was